All right, welcome back to another Rock Diary video. Today is the end of the 4th week of tumbling, I believe. And if you guys don't remember last time, we moved the rose quartz into medium grit after doing wash cycles all day. And we started some new Jasper. We started some new Jasper because our other Jasper was really half and half split on whether it could move on or needed more course, and so we started another batch so that we can kind of split it and then combine the batches later. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into that. It rained today, so you might hear a lot of loud kind of bug noises outside, but it rained just a little bit ago, and Nadia is playing in the water that's dripping from the garage door. So these are looking so pretty. I really like this selection. We've got this really pretty pink, kind of pink spotted.
Don't you like this?
Oh, I love that. Yeah, we've got this kind of.
Ooh, look, this has a lot of green.
Kind of like a jade green color.
You love that one. Don't you like that one? Don't doing this.
I do love green. Yeah, this really pretty speckly one. This one's really nice, but it's got all these like pits in it, so that might not ever be really good looking. We'll see. I love this kind of two-toned. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. So yeah, this batch is fantastic. There's a lot of that red Jasper in it too, which is I didn't pull out most of those pieces. So we've got a lot of this golden red Jasper as well, which is pretty standard. Not standard, it's just there's a lot of it. This piece is shaped super fun. I'm really curious to see how that looks as it goes through the process of a couple more weeks in course. I do. Here, let's show the camera. This one is just kind of like a exact split down the middle of like a gold yellow Jasper and like a red Jasper.
This one is so flat.
Yeah, some of them are pretty flat.
Ooh, wow, this is a really nice fun shape.
But this is, ooh, that's really nice.
It's a really fun shape.
It is a really fun shape. So yeah, this Jasper did great in its first week of course grit. I'm kind of surprised by some of it. I didn't expect to see some of these colors in here, even from just looking at the rough. Like cheetah spots? Yeah, that's really pretty.
Ooh, look at this one. Oh,
yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah, so I'm really loving the selection, especially these more unique ones over here. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and rinse this barrel out, and we're going to go ahead and get it into some coarse grit again. There is a bit of pitting on pretty much everything, but a lot on that particular one over there. And just wait a second, okay? And just everything could be a little bit more smooth around the edges. The first week of Jasper, or the first batch of Jasper, went for 3 full weeks, and some of that even needed an extra week. So we're gonna go ahead and put this back in for another week of course, and then we're gonna reassess to see if any of the other ones from our separated batches can do with adding in then. So I expect at least 3 to 4 more weeks of coarse grit for these guys, but they look so good. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this done, and then you'll see us pouring the rose quartz after a week in medium. Okay, so we're taking a look at the rose quartz here, and it's definitely ready for it to move on to fine grit. I am going to go ahead and inspect everything and maybe remove anything that seems like it might chip off or chip apart. Rose quartz is definitely it's a hard stone. It is a Mohs hardness 7, but it is kind of, I don't want to say, brittle is too strong of a word. It's not super tough. And I was recently watching my friend Shannon's video over on Reiki Gem Wellness, and she did a start to finish of smoky quartz, I think, and she was talking about that fact as well. And so we have to be kind of careful in these later stages of
Mine look nice when they're after they're dry.
in these later stages of tumbling, just to make sure that we don't have any risk of anything kind of chipping off and causing damage to the rocks. She also mentioned that we can just kind of add a little bit more cushioning in the barrel with the ceramic media, and not so much that it can't move around, but just kind of make sure it's really up there at the 3/4 mark of the barrel, so that
this one is gonna chip off.
Well, it's not chipped off. See, it just has some pits, and I think we're gonna have to be okay with a little bit of pitting. A little bit of that, just because if we go too long with the like the coarse and the medium stages, it's not going to, we're just gonna, like, they're just gonna crumble all down into nothingness. I've really liked watching this one as we go.
I got this.
That's not a surface, like, blemish. It just kind of is going through the whole thing, and I really love that. Oh, she's bringing over the old Jasper from the previous batches just to look at. But yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through these, make sure there's nothing that I think will break apart in fine, and then I'm going to throw the ceramic media in with it and do some wash cycles. If I had remembered that I was probably going to be moving these on to fine today, I would have started this a lot earlier in the day. But I had a dental procedure yesterday, and I am still a bit tired and trying to take it easy, and I just did not get a chance to come out before now. So it is about 6:30 p.m. Rose quartz might be doing wash cycles into the morning tomorrow, Saturday, but that is okay, I think. I'll just keep an eye on it. Because of the medicine I have to take with the dental things, I won't be going to bed until relatively late tonight anyways, so we will see. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and get this Jasper started with its second week in course, and we're gonna move on the rose quartz to its fine grit stages. I'm just popping in to show you. I'm just getting ready to start these on their wash cycles, but I did decide to ultimately leave 2 of them out. This one I am kind of concerned that it might chunk off, and then this one as well. I'm not so bothered by the pitting there, but I feel like that is going to just break apart. So we're going to go ahead and put those aside for the next time we do rose quartz. And then I am going to add more ceramic media into there, because that is barely over half full with what we had before. And I'm going to go ahead and just add more, kind of pop it up to about this level here, and get it started in its washing cycles. So yeah, and then we're going to go ahead and we've got our Jasper here. I'm going to put a little bit of ceramic media in the top of there as well. Not too much. It doesn't need a lot. It didn't lose a whole ton of mass in the first week. But yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. All right, so we ultimately just decided to go ahead and end the video here. Nadia's pretty excited. She's looking through to see like what she wants to do next time. We're not quite ready to do another next time yet. I know last week I talked about potentially getting a second tumbler setup that's the same as the one we have, and I was just kind of doing a little bit of pre-planning and planning things out to just kind of what the rest of our year schedule looks like based on just kind of events and things going on. And I just ultimately decided I'm not ready to order a second tumbler yet. I don't think it's necessary. I'm gonna have to start going back to my day job, my part-time day job, relatively soon, because there's still a pandemic, and most corporations kind of don't care. So, I don't know how long I'll actually continue going to that job, just because I'm very anxious about kind of being in public right now, but I don't really have a choice. The way unemployment works when you're furloughed is that once they decide to call you off of furlough, you have to do that, even if it's not safe. And so we're not going to get another tumbler like that, just because we won't really have ultimately enough time, I feel like, to dedicate to it. But I am considering getting a vibratory tumbler that it's a little bit different. It tumbles in more of a bowl where it just like kind of vibrates it around. And my friend Shannon, she recommended a specific one that I can get for around $100, and it will help me be able to do some softer stones that I'll be able to pay more attention to them and get them done appropriately without them kind of being ruined. And I have some sodalite that I wanted to tumble, and I kind of wanted to try it out. So the adventure is gonna have to wait a little bit. The rest of our 10-some pounds of rough will wait. It's a kind of a patience thing. You have to just be willing to be patient with the process, and so we are really having a lot of fun with them. And I am going to she's got a dime she found, but I'm probably going to consider getting one of those. Not yet. You probably won't see it yet next week or the week after. What I'm probably going to do is, once the rose quartz is finished, I will start the sodalite in the rotating tumbler, the rotary tumbler, because that is how Shannon's recipe is set up, is to start it in that. And once I'm ready to start it in that, I'll go ahead and purchase the the Tumble Vibe tumbler that she recommended. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna do. There's not really a need to wait for it. It's just that I don't need it yet, and I'm not gonna purchase it until I'm getting closer to needing it. I know that shipping and things are taking a bit longer generally in the US and basically everywhere right now, so I will take that into account. But yeah, the tumbler's already on, so it's kind of making some noise if you can hear that, and there's a lot of outdoor noises right now, but it's nice out here. I'm just getting sweaty. I will be checking in on the rose quartz and getting it set up for fine grit, but we will see you guys next week.
I'm gonna watch this, Penny.
Yeah, and we finally will have the rock collection video coming in middle of next week, so watch for a video sometime Wednesday-ish. In the meantime, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We put out at least one video every week as a kind of a diary for our rock tumbling adventures, and then we will have more coming soon as well. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.